Hello and once again welcome back to another video, specifically Minecraft Complete Modding Guide. It's been a very long time since I've done an episode of this, but I'm pretty much restarting it again with a new season for Minecraft 1.5. And one big change I'll be having to my modding series is that I'll be modding with Forge instead of Modload. And there's a couple of reasons why, actually a lot of reasons why. A few of them include Forge has more block IDs, Forge is multiplayer compatible, there's loads of hooks and methods that make Forge much more useful than mod loader, and more mods are Forge, so if you have a mod it'll be more likely to be compatible with another mod if it's running Forge. And obviously the first thing we need to do before we even mod with Forge is set up the MCP workspace with Forge, which is going to be the first video. So first we need to download everything that we need to download, and the first thing of those is Java JDK. Now this is basically Java but the source code, so that if we ever code in Java and do testing in Java coding, then Java JDK allows us to do that pretty much. So to download that, you come to this link here. It's quite a long link, so I'll just put it in the description. And if you come to this page, you'll say here Java Platform Standard Edition, and it should say Java SE 7 Update 21 or whatever version is the latest here. And there should be 3 downloads: JDK, Server JRE, and JRE. You want to download JDK on the left. You click download, it comes to this page. With the top one here, you accept the license agreement, and then you select the download you want. So for me it would be Windows x64. And now the next thing we need is Minecraft Forge source. So basically, instead of having MCP and then Forge and then installing Forge into Minecraft and blah blah, instead on this link here, files.minecraftforge.net, where you'd get like the universal Forge for installing into Minecraft if you want to play Forge mods. Instead there's a download link called source, and that basically has everything, all the Forge that's packaged, and there's one batch file you run, and it basically downloads MCP for you, downloads Minecraft for you, Minecraft servers for you, installs Forge and decomposes it for you. So it's pretty quick and simple to set up Forge. And to download that, you come to this link like I said before, and there's at the top show promotions, another bit that says recommended. It's 4 downloads. You want to do the one that says source, either click source or the star next to it. And then the last thing you need is an IDE, which is an integrated development environment, which basically allows coding to be much easier because it detects errors. Most of the time it helps you correct those errors and so on. So it's pretty good to use. And the one I'd use is Eclipse. So you go to eclipse.org/downloads, and then there should be loads of downloads, but the only 3 that concern you are the top 3. So Eclipse IDE for Java EE developers, Eclipse Classic, and Eclipse IDE for Java developers. You can download any one of these you want, but I recommend personally to download Eclipse Classic because it has everything you need and nothing you would never need really. And you just click the link next to it depending on what type of Windows you have. And of course if you don't have Windows, you just change the bit at the top here. So now you should have 3 files: Eclipse .zip, Java JDK it's an application, and Minecraft Forge source, which is also a zip folder. And the first of these we'll be using is JDK, which is installing it, and then doing something called setting a path, which allows JDK to be found on the system. So to install JDK, you just double click the application and it will run some setup thing, and it basically just download the files and install them into your computer. But it won't actually install them, it will just sort of put the files on your computer in a sense. But what we need to do is manually set a path to wherever the JDK is installed to even. So wherever JDK is installed to, we need to set a path to that to tell the system where to look for the Java JDK stuff. So first we need to find the location of where Java JDK installed to. Today you first go to start and then click computer, and then here go to your local disk, then find program files, and then a folder called Java, and then there might be JRE, which is what all computers should have, but the one that concerns us is JDK. So you double click that and then find a folder called bin. Now in this folder called bin you don't do anything, instead you go to the top where the address bar is, click that and click any space there, and it should like turn into copyable text, and you want to copy the whole of that, which would be basically the directory to the bin folder in the folder for JDK in the location we installed it. So you just have that copied to your clipboard, and now we can set the path. And now to set this path, it involves a lot of like clicking links and stuff to get to the location. Once you do get to it, it's pretty simple to do. First you go to start and then find where computer is. Instead of clicking it, you right click it and click properties. It should take you to this window, and then along the left you should find a link called advanced system settings. Click that, and then under the advanced tab click environmental variables at the bottom. Now here there's two sections, user variables and system variables. You want to go to system variables at the bottom and click any one you want and then press P, and it will take you to the first entry for P, which will be path, which is one we need. So you need to find a variable called path and click edit. And now here there'll be loads of variable values. Warning, do not delete any of these because that'll be very bad for your system. Instead, go to the very last one at the end and put a semicolon. And then we need to go back to where our JDK is installed. Remember to copy that like we did before, and then paste that in after the semicolon, and that's it. You click OK. You can click OK everything, and that's JDK set up correctly. Now to double check that the variable's been set correctly, you go to start and type CMD, and there should be a program called CMD, which is basically short for command prompt. And then here, just type in Java C, all one word or lowercase, click enter, and you should see loads of things appear. If these appear, that means that JDK has been installed properly, because this Java C is a part of the Java JDK and only part of the Java JDK installation. So if that doesn't appear and it says Java C could not be found, then you need to look back through this part of the tutorial to make sure you correctly install Java JDK and correctly set the path. Now we're going to get to the easiest part of the tutorial, which is installing the MCP with Forge. And to do that, you first need to find the microforge source.zip you downloaded earlier. You need to right click it, and then you need to either click extract here, which will be in the main like pop-up thing, or go to where it says 7-zip and click extract here, depending on which you have installed, whether that's 7-zip or WinRAR. I'll be using WinRAR, so you just click extract here, and that will start to extract it. And it should take a few minutes to do. Once I extracted, it should create a folder called Forge, just Forge or lowercase. Do not rename this until after this next step, which is decompiling Minecraft, installing Forge, and setting up with MCP and blah blah blah, which is a really simple step. And to do that, you go inside that folder called Forge, which remember, do not rename yet, and there'll be like a few folders which will basically have all the Forge files that are ready to be patched to Minecraft and Minecraft server, have all the files, and then the main file we need to worry about is install. It's a batch file, and basically all you do is double click it, and what that will do is it pop up a command prompt, and it will first download MCP, then it will download Minecraft and Minecraft server. It'll put that into the jars folder for you, install all these Forge patches into it, decompile it, and arrange all the files so that they're really easy to code with, which I'll show you in a future tutorial. So you just double click that, and that should take about between 10 to 30 minutes depending on your kind of system power, but on average about 15-20 minutes to do altogether. So once all that's done, there should be a new folder in that Forge thing called MCP. Now remember, because we've done this now, you can rename that Forge folder now. But basically there'll be a folder inside that called MCP, and that's the usual MCP workspace you'll be seeing, except it's got Forge installed, because in the jars we have our Minecraft and stuff installed, or we've got a bit more than there, but you know. And then in the source, and go to Minecraft, you have loads of different files. It looks completely different from when you had modload installed. That's because Forge arranges all the folders into like really easily usable like packages and stuff, so it's really easy to find anything. So if you need blocks, you'd go to the block package. So that's another great thing about coding with Forge. But now we're going to set up Eclipse with MCP with Forge installed in order to have us coding really easily. So first, before we actually use Eclipse, we need to extract it from its zip folder, from the zip folder we downloaded earlier, and you just use it, extract it how you extracted Minecraft Forge, which is click extract here, or go to 7-zip and extract it depending on what you have installed. And that's about 150 megabytes to 180 megabytes, so it will take a little while to do. Now once you have that extracted, there should be folders and files in here, in the Eclipse file folder even, and there'll be one thing called Eclipse, and it's an application. You double click that and that will load Eclipse. Now on start of Eclipse, it will ask you to choose a workspace. Just let this load a sec. So first time loading it will take a little while. So yeah, once it's loaded, it will say select workspace. This would have been empty, but because I've been using this Eclipse before, it has my workspace saved, which is pretty cool. But what we need to do is to find the workspace for MCP in order to have it already set up for Eclipse. And to do that, we come to the Forge folder where we had MCP downloaded, go into that MCP folder, then find a folder called Eclipse, and just copy that into the workspace box there. So yeah, so the location to your Eclipse folder within MCP. Hit OK, And what that starts doing is build your workspace depending on what source you have in the source folder of Forge. So that might take a little while first time, but after that, after it's built the workspace, it'll be pretty quick loading after now. So once Eclipse is opened, in the package explorer there should be one thing called Minecraft, and you open that and there should be a few folders such as lib, jars, common, reference libraries, JDK system library. The one we care about is source, and you open that and you see loads of packages. And this is what I was on about, how Forge orders all the packages into like easily findable kind of areas in a sense. So when you do recompile and reobfuscate and turn your mod into something you can install, it'll obviously be back in the normal Minecraft format, but in source it'll be in this format to make it easier to code with. And another great thing about Forge is that you do not need to have like a mod _ file or any file in the base directory of Minecraft. You can have your own complete package with everything in there, except for the thing called MC mod info, but that's for a future tutorial, so don't worry about that. So that's another great thing about Forge. So thanks for watching my first Minecraft Mod Guide episode of this season, if you can call it that. I sort of like calling it that because I got a show for it. Oh yeah. Of next video, next MG episode, I'll be showing you how to set up a base mod and base class. So how you set it up so that it can be in your package without having to be in the base directory of Minecraft or like having any mod _ file. So you can name it whatever you want, and I'll tell you all about this in that video. But yeah, if you like this video, please like it. If you've got any more questions, which you might do, put in the comment section below, and please do subscribe to my channel. That supports me a lot, and I know that people are watching and do like my videos by you subscribing. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys next video. Bye.